YouTube Troopers. How y'all doing? Happy New Year's Day. Yes, it's January 1st, 2025. And yeah, I did something with my do. It was looking crazy. But it was time for me to tend to it, shampoo it, and all that other good stuff. So, YouTube, they have a new sensation on YouTube. And his name is Dante, Dontay, London, London. Not sure if he's related to October. Whew, they kind of favor. They might be in the same family, you know. Anyway, so it's the day after. It's January 1st, and Dante is the new sensation. He has such a giving heart. He is just so excited. And honestly, you have to listen to him because he said, do everything I tell you to do. And I mean, when he tell you do everything that is required, that has gotten him through on YouTube, like, okay, for example, one of the things that he said was 20 minutes. Now, that's a lot. But I'm going to do what this young man is telling me because him and his wife, Hannah, she also has a YouTube channel. And I was really stumbling and struggling with trying to like figure things out, not wondering why, the analytics is saying, oh, you have 6,000 viewers. And I'm not understanding. Oh, by the way, don't forget, over in the right-hand corner is that red pocketbook. Please subscribe, like, and share if you like. So, Dante and his wife was saying that, repeat, they don't have no problem with you copying off of their channel. And it's the smallest things that you might really be overlooking, because I was. And I was trying to figure out, what should I do? And so I did. You have to do exactly as he's telling you. And I mean exactly. So there's a few things that, because I'm not going to repeat it, because I don't want to seem like I'm coming across as somebody that has perfected it all. I haven't. And I've looked at a lot of channels, and sometimes it's just overwhelming because everybody will tell you to do something different, and it works for them. But you really have to have your own personality. You have to decide, what do I want to accomplish on my YouTube journey. And I've decided that, listen, because I'm seeing, and I'm so grateful, because what's more motivating is them showing their revenue. Now, I ain't gonna lie, these people getting it. I'm sure that these kids have been for years, even probably, I don't know if some of them less than 18, but they're probably millionaires, for little things that all this time. Because remember, I told you, I didn't even know anything about YouTube because I was always at work. And so that really wasn't something that I craved to be on. And I honestly was always like pushing the brakes, like, oh, I don't care about computers. I don't want to know anything about it, because I knew that I had a stable job. And I knew, because I started my career at the Postal Service in 1994, Thanksgiving 1994. And it's actually 30 years. 30, over 30 years, because I was there as a temp. And as I said in one of my other videos, the one thing about the Postal Service is you just don't walk right in and get a job or become a career employee. It really takes time before you can get yourself there to get the full-time pay, the benefits, you know. And don't forget, I told y'all that they also be coming for you for these unions. Don't be joining them unions. I would take that to my grave, because all you got to do is fight back. First of all, just go to work. Mind your business. I have honestly learned, I have had a lot of unnecessary arguments with people, and it probably didn't even really have anything to do with work. It wasn't me, because you don't know what's going on outside of people's lives other than when they come to work, you know. So yeah, some of them lazy. It just, some people are not as motivated, that sounds better, as others to do the work, you know. And if the managers and the supervisors don't say anything in the unions, you know, it might help that the unions would maybe motivate employees to, you know, to do the task at hand. Just go in, do your work, mind your business, maybe be more on the floor so that the supervisors can see you instead of sitting in the office all day. I mean, to punch in and go straight to your union office, that's grimy. That is so grimy that you don't even take into consideration that your coworkers are in there busting their hump. I used to have a coworker, may she rest in peace, Miss Emma. This lady will come in after going through chemo in the mornings and come in like 5 o'clock in the evening, and this woman would work till 2 o'clock in the morning. She had great friends, because by the time she came in there, they either made sure she had food or made sure that she had fluids. And, you know, and no disrespect to her family, I loved her. And I would be maybe one of the employees that would be waiting for her to come in to help her get through her tasks, and she did it. And mind you, she wasn't no young woman, but she came in and she did it. So that kind of like motivated me as an employee of the United States Postal Service to come in and just, you know, because the public also is relying on us, you know. Yeah, senior citizens, they're waiting for their checks, because everybody's not gonna, I mean, time has really advanced from when I started, but senior citizens, they barely knew how to do direct deposit, you know, on their accounts, you know. And now I don't know what our generations from 30 years ago would do with all the things that are so advanced now, but you'd be surprised, because shockingly I see, and I can't remember his name, but they got it, the latest I saw on YouTube, they got this 80-year-old man. He is, I mean, he doing it. He is doing it. And I've watched some of the tasks so that I can learn to be motivated and get that monetization, you know. And but it's just so weird how this one kid is being blessed. He's being blessed. And so I'm gonna do everything that he can teach me about YouTube, because every now and then, and there's at least 2 subscribers that I see, and that's Dodash, King Exhibit, and Dante London. I want to scream like them. That is my goal. I want to scream like those YouTube troopers. Gonna be my name, and I want to be like the troopers. Those YouTube troopers are getting it, and I'm gonna get mine too. So I just had, it's so weird how little things that you just don't know about YouTube. Like, for one reason, I was trying to update my videos, and I did exactly what Dante said. all those hashtags, you don't need that mess. Because that's what's delaying your, I just found that out. That's what's delaying the upload. I honestly, which is kind of embarrassing now that I think about it, I was making videos and as I'm learning to push up my time, I think the longest video that I made was 12 minutes. But you best believe, now I know. I got a timer right there, and I'm not going to shut up until I at least see 21 minutes. But he was saying not to put all those hashtags, and he was right. You don't need all that. You don't need all that. I had like, oh, I was putting hashtag this and hashtag that. You don't need all that, because that's what was slowing up my uploading. I literally was waiting like almost 24 hours. And even YouTube sent like a little notification to me that said, we're checking everything, you know. And I'm thinking, uh-oh, what did I do something wrong? It wasn't that they wasn't checking that I did something wrong. They was like, she got all them hashtags. We don't know where to send her. We'll get back to her later. I had too many hashtags. But I leveled it down, baby. And I'm going to get it. So there's a few things that Dante has told me. He has says, turn the camera facing, instead of you facing and looking at the camera and talking, and it's hard. You guys can't see it, but I literally have a mirror right there so I can see myself. And so that was the one thing he said to do. The other thing he said to do was to speak for at least 20 minutes. I have a timer right there so that I can watch and see. And the other thing, like I just said, YouTube don't want all them hashtags. Now, I mean, when I tell you he limited it to that, he does. And I'm just also so just proud of him, for getting it. Because I watched one thing that he was talking about was talk about your job. And he apparently had been on YouTube for, I think he said about 5 years. And he was just sharing everything about his job, his struggles. And he even posted, which touched my heart, was his last day when he finally told Walmart, I'm out. I quit. And it was just so hard to watch because, I'm sure he was nervous when he did it, but he said to this, he went, I guess, to whoever the manager was, I guess he was just so fed up. And he said to her, listen, I'm quitting. She was like, today? And he was like, yeah, right now. He said, well, what should I do? He wanted to turn in his badge and all that. That heifer said, oh, you can throw it in. See, first she said, I'm sorry, ADHD. She was like, oh, you're quitting today? Oh, well, that's not good. Instead of asking him, hey, what happened? What's going on that you feel as though you got to resign? Let's talk about it. What can I do as a manager or what am I not doing as a manager that you're so discouraged that you want to resign? Did you hit the number? Did you hit the lottery or something? The mega ball? Because when he felt like he failed, she failed. You failed because you obviously didn't take care of your employees. Their employees are not even giving you a consideration of giving you a 2-week notice. She should have checked herself on that one. But she gonna say to him, oh, that's not good. And she said, well, you can take your badge and just throw it in the trash. And then you wanted him to fill out a paper. Dante, you should have balled it up. But you a man. You took it like, oh, well, it's what it is. I got a family to feed. I got a wife who everybody was telling him, don't get married. That wife was motivation. And that's what I love about the next generation. We're going to talk about that later. These kids, you should at least, I'm going to say 20, 30, by 30, getting close to, getting to 35, Yes, you should settle in life. Because you don't want to be like some of all of us old timers who are alone, who don't have spouses. You were smart. You guys stepped out on faith. Y'all went and got your rings. Y'all went and got married. Even when your family was trying to discourage you. And I hope that Travis Hunter and Liana, forgot her last name, Leanne, all that foolishness that is going on in the sports industry, but we'll talk about that later. But I hope Travis comes across your video, Dante, and say, you know what? I love that woman. I don't care about her past. I love her unconditionally. And it don't matter what happened in the past. It's what you guys are going to do now in the future, you know. And they have Instagram and YouTube channels, and some of his channel, I don't know, I never went to check and see, but some of them had took some of their channels down because people all up in their business. But I like that, Dante, you went ahead and you wifed that woman. That could be the best decision that you made for her, to motivate her. And Hannah, I went over to your channel, girl. Let's get popping. We can't like and subscribe